Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Captain of Industry. So we are now busy clearing out this area so that we can really expand our smelting operation. And at the same time, I'm thinking the smelting operation needs to be used to also use some of this stuff because also, of course, when we get to recycling, I understand that we'll get some other items that we can use, right? So and the recycling is going to be ready to go any minute now. So if we go to the waste sorting plant, we don't necessarily see anything here, right? So these recipes, the waste sorting plant needs to tell us what it does, right? Is that not a thing? Anyway, so we've done so large vehicles is on the way, but in the meantime, what we could do is we could go ahead and upgrade this guy. We don't have any of that, but what we do have is tons and tons of stuff we can do. So let's do that. We'll upgrade that one. And in order to get the extra slabs of concrete, we'll go over here and we'll go ahead and sell them some stuff. I think it's over here, right? Let's do it. Sell me some stuff so that we can go ahead and do the upgrade. Right now we've got everything we need for the upgrade. So let's 11 unity it and we'll get that upgrade done. Right? Does that automatically give us an extra 2 slots here? I just want to double check it. We are upgrading it. I believe it does. It gives us these 2 extra and then we need to, yeah, here we come. Here it comes. Do us the upgrade. Let's see what that looks like. There we go. Now, all we need to also do is build a couple more of these guys. So if I say copy, we go and say 1, 2 more over there. And at the same time, we'll unity build those 2. Should be nice and easy to deal with. And now I think it's where we actually need to get ourselves a bit of a pipe balancer or 2 going on. We don't need all of these lines, so that's in level 1 there. Let me quickly do all of that, right? And we'll unity remove them. And then now we've got... That's kind of fine, right? We'll run it through. Yeah, so let's get a pipe. Well, let's keep going. Let's get a pipe balancer. Fluid pipe balancer. Like we want to line it up with this one here. Actually, no. Oh, we won't be able to pipe balance all of... Oh, well, unless we just do 1, right? I guess that's the plan. Let's do that, right? So we'll do a pipe level 2. No. We want a pipe level 2. Me pipe 2. Right? And we'll do this. Do that. We'll do this. And we'll do that. Okay. And then we'll do 1 here. And maybe. Actually, what we'll do is we'll do 1 over there. Right? All of that looks pretty cool. So let's go ahead and unity build this guy. And now what we're saying is we're just balancing them, right? So it's like in and out all at the same time. These have nothing in it, right? These still need to be emptied out into that operation there. Okay, good stuff. So all of that's been removed. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We can start to remove some of these things now. We do need to bear in mind, yeah, we've got this one up and running. The one thing that I'm thinking we need to run is we do need to provide piping back to that side to fill up the to fill up the boat, right? Or are we're on the edge there. I would like, well, we need to rebuild the entire thing, right? At the moment, that's okay. Let's just leave it as is. We've got that one. This will kind of stay as is, but this whole thing will be redone. I think we've added some extra vehicle capacity here. We're currently building an extra excavator, which I'm going to add to the mix over here to keep leveling this area out a little bit more effectively. We're struggling for this stuff, right? So for this guy, we'll add an extra one there, and we'll add a few more over there, right? And we'll do our very best to go and dump these things in areas where it makes sense. But anyway, that should keep us going for a little bit longer. Now, we do want to clear these guys out a little bit more effectively. We only have the two of them. So if we go here and say, can we grab an extra tree harvester? Does it make sense for us to do so? I think it does. Let's grab an extra tree harvester and add it to the mix over here to get this moving a little bit more effectively. We've got contracts. What does this mean? Let's have a look. You can establish contracts with settlements to exchange goods on a regular basis. Contracts are typically much more lucrative than quick trading deals, but they cost Unity and require a dedicated cargo ship. After you establish a contract, you'll need a cargo ship and a cargo depot with modules fit for the contract. For example, if you're trading food pack for crude oil, you'll need to have both a unit module of food pack and a fluid module, crude oil, attached to the cargo depot. Select either module, click assign a contract, and assign the contract you wish to begin. Note that any other attached module will also be auto-assigned to the appropriate type of material if compatible with the contract. Okay, that's good to know. Once the cargo ship depot modules are supplied with the contract amounts of required goods, the cargo ship will automatically travel to the settlement to exchange the good. Contracts enable you to trade as much as you want without any time restriction. So that's pretty cool. I've never done the contracts thing, but definitely something worth looking at a little bit more. Okay, so these guys, I guess there's still a room here, right? There's still a room. On all of these, there's still a room, but what I'll do is let's add another one to the mix over here. And just make sure that we're ready to go on that one also. So that's good. So that gives us a little bit more capacity for all of these things to be doing their job. This guy has been built, right? So we should have, it's on the way there. Look at where it's decided to drive. That's fine. Got everything else in a reasonable quantity is good to go. Now, maybe what we can do is we can start... Well, actually, you know what I'll do? Let us just redo the tree thing a little bit. And start by kind of trimming out the stuff up here. That should give us a little bit more room for expansion as quickly as we can. So basically that's the plan. What I'll do at the same time is I'll clear out some of this stuff. I don't even mind spending the Unity on it. I don't think it's always required to do so, but I'll go ahead and do it anyway. Tree harvester has no truck assigned. Oh, a tree harvester needs a truck assigned to it. Well, fine. Let's give you a truck. How many do you have? You've got 2. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Just get a truck to you. Do your thing. Now, the thing is, we also want to have a look at the trucks number 2. Oh, it's not quite ready yet. So once let's just clear this out. Once we've got this cleared out, we can start the planning for our smelter. And I guess we want to make sure that we're set back a fair bit. Are we over the top? I'm hoping we're not over the top of the iron. No, we're not. I think we're going to be fine with the iron as is where it is at the moment, right? Yeah. We can dig it out a little bit more effectively if we need to, but for the time being, I guess that's all good. Hang on, I'll have a look here. Do we have a larger ore separator anywhere? Should be coming, right? So these are the big storages. What was this? This was all of those things which we're fine on. So I think once we get the large vehicles, the next step is to get better ore separation, which I'm not. Gold smelting. Interesting. Hydrogen cells. Wow. This is something that's going to be of interest fairly soon. Advanced smelting is on the way as well. Fermentation. Wow, there's so much. Power generation 3, power generation 4. Wow. I haven't played in such a while. There's some stuff that I haven't really seen. Nuclear reactors. So obviously I've seen nuclear reactors before, but there's super large vehicles here. So where's the updated ore one? Hydrogen production. I thought we had a ore separations. Let's search for it. Let's say ore separator, right? We've got multiple ones. So let's go here. Construction 4 gives us what? It doesn't actually tell us. So I guess we're not ore. We're just saying ore, right? Go back to the start. We don't have it there. Then we've got copper refinement. Then we've got tree planting. Then here is where the ore sorting plant. So large vehicles, the large ore sorting plant is going to be applicable there. So that's good. Okay, no trees to harvest. Now we're really harvesting our trees, right? So now start trimming back even more stuff here. I guess you'll be sufficient. Yeah, we still have a bit of room there. Okay, now let me brush out this stuff. And I guess for now, we're in a... This is level, right? This is completely level. Here is completely level. Ooh, interesting. We want to level some stuff over here. But let's start and having a bit of a look at our updated smelting. So smelting wise, I'm not too... Okay. So we've got blast furnaces, right? And blast furnaces does a little bit of everything. And we can output 24. We don't have an upgraded blast furnace, right? So if we come in here and we'll just start by saying blast furnaces, right? That's the input. And we're outputting stuff like that. Okay, so let's do one. And we'll, oops, no, go down. We want to flip it, right? There we go. We'll put a little gap of 2 in between, and we'll flip it again. And we'll, yeah, actually, what we should do is we should just do this, right? So we've got that one. Now we'll do this, and we'll do 2, 2, 2. Right, how many do we think we need in this whole setup? And do we need to expand it? So what we're saying is, right, we're going to say we're going to do these 2, copper, scrap, and copper, right? So copper, scrap, and copper goes in here to, a first few. So this is giving us 24 molten channel stuff, 24. And then the cooled caster gives us steel. These casters, the oxygen furnace. Interesting. The oxygen furnace gives us steel as well. Actually, both of those. So the metal caster is what we need. So one of them can run 2 of these guys. Okay. So I guess the plan would be that we run... these guys out like this. Okay, so we'll give a little bit of room there, right? Just so we've got some space. We'll do that. So that gives us 2, and this one gives us 2. Okay, so that means these 2 are sorted. And I'm thinking we'll do that. Actually, we'll cut them. We'll flip them around to the other side so we can actually funnel them into the inside. Yeah, maybe we don't need as much space. So let's do that. Yeah, I'm just trying to contemplate where I'm having it. So, and we can actually flip this as well and then rotate it again. And then we'll have, something like this. But I guess giving ourselves a little bit of room is maybe sensible. So let's place that one in there. We'll go ahead and cut it and we'll move it to where we think is useful. Was kind of thinking maybe that, and then we move the entire... just do this, right? That should be pretty central. That's okay, right? So let's do that one. We'll do that one there. And we'll do... Oh, we need to actually move this on a little bit. We'd say do that. And now we need like half of it, right? So what we'll do instead... well, let's leave that as is, okay? So what I'm keen on doing... So we've got 4 in there, 4 into there, into 8. And then we need actually another 2 of them. So let's copy this guy and say do that. Okay, so now at least that gives us about everything we need to run this guy, right? So that's a fair bit. We could expand it out this way if we need to, but I guess the idea would be, actually, I think we should. Let's expand this, right? Let's expand this a bit more here. Right, that kind of gives us a little bit of a buffer there. So let's grab this. Ooh, something doesn't have fuel. Let's just see. Okay. That's okay. I'm kind of contemplating just getting rid of all of this, to be honest, because this should all be fine. So let's unassign these vehicles. And do we have a vehicle assigned there? Let's assign 2 vehicles over there. That's okay. I want to basically clear that out. And I want to clear all of this out as well. I want to clear all of that out. I think that's all okay. We can do all of that, right? So let's clear all of that stuff out over time. This is all good. We can pick up some stuff and fill it up. And how much this is on here. So now we can, we want to reduce and save. It's still full of oil. This is still full. This is still all full. So we're all good on the oil, right? Okay, so with that in mind, what I wanted to do as well, so once those are built, I want to kind of quickly clear out all of this stuff. So please, can we do that? Not sure we can. So this deconstruction needs to wait for some trucks to move things over. So that's fine. Just move the trucks over. We'll add an extra module over here, right? We don't need, we've got the flat terrain. We may as well add the extra module and be ready for some proper smelting operations as we go ahead and expand this. I mean, the iron is so close now. Good stuff. That should all be fine. It's all good on power and the like. Small excavator without fuel. Yeah, we do need to do a few more things to optimize some of these things, but generally speaking, we're in a reasonable spot. Can we please just prioritize these items? So just go and do... Oh, hang on. I'm doing the wrong thing. Getting the export to nice and high is the plan here. So get rid of these things straight away so we can make that happen. Okay. Over here, it's already been repaired and we can't unload anymore. But we can go ahead and fight some more battles. So let's see if we can. Now let's head out over there. That one should be pretty easy to deal with. Okay, so we are struggling a little bit for stuff over here. Are we missing me an extra truck on this just so that we've got a few more things to maneuver? These guys are all kind of running. Maybe we grab a few more small trucks while we wait, and hopefully that'll sort us out. Yeah, these guys. I'm hoping these guys will get cleared out fairly quickly now. Yeah, good. Okay, get closed out there. At the same time, I might just have a quick look at the tree cutting, and we'll stop there, and we'll stop this side while we quickly work our way towards filling out the middle here. Yeah, get everything in there. Yeah, okay. We'll quickly clear those out, and then I'll add the extra notches. Now, the question mark here is, can we make this a little bit more efficient by potentially putting them side by side, right? Because it seems like that could work. We just put them in side by side. But I guess I like it to be quite clean and easy to understand. I think so. I think initially that might just be the plan, just to make sure we've got it all working. Yeah, we've got that battle going on. Oh, the large vehicles are done, and we've got no research underway at the moment. This should be clearing it out fairly quickly, this patrol ship. Here we go, all done. And we found some more stuff, and to be honest, not much more than that just yet. Okay, we've got the vehicles now, so we'll have a bit of a look at that vehicle setup as well. Maybe that could go into this kind of general area here. Move out those last few bits and pieces while we quickly then clear up all of this stuff. Can I just Unity do that? Yeah, clear all of that out. Okay, beautiful. So now what I can do is I can go ahead and we could try and buffer these up for us a little bit more. So now we've got some extra capacity there. And the question mark will always be, should we try and do a little bit of a better job at what we're doing with the space saving here? So I guess we can certainly get these closer together. So let's maneuver that a little bit. So let's grab this, right? And we bring it in nice and tight over there. That should be quite workable. And then I guess what we'll do is let's cut all of those and we'll get rid of them. And now what we'll do is we'll cut this guy. No, that's not what I want. I wanted to cut, not demolish. That's not the plan. That wasn't what I wanted. Anyway, we'll go back to the metal casters then, and we'll say, flip these around, and let's just start it off like this, right? So we'll do 1, 2, 3, and 4. We'll flip it around and do this side. This was basically our setup, right? Okay, so we'll do that. Now we'll cut it, not demolish it. So we'll cut it. And now the plan is do something like this. But I guess I guess it's not quite going to work. So let's rotate it again. So I guess this is the plan, right? We actually want it to be something like this, where we can run both of them to opposite sides. I'm not sure if we at any stage get a little bit better at this, right? So actually, maybe let's do this. And how much space do we need? So let's say we do 2 of them. Well, that's 24, 20. Actually, one of them takes how much? Sorry, let's just double check this. That's 12. 12, 24, 48. So that's just one channel, right? So we only need the one channel to run down there. So if we copy that again, we'll leave enough room for the other side's channel. And we'll leave enough room for the other side's channel. And we'll do the same thing over here. Like so, right? So now this whole setup means we're running a lot of these channels potentially, but they might not. Well, what I'm just wondering is maybe we just take the entire thing and we move it a little bit more to the center. But I think that won't make it super expandable. So if we were to line it up like that. No, I think sorry, I'm going to go with the cleaner setup. The cleaner setup, so it's easier to understand what's actively happening. So I guess there and then there, which oh, hang on. It's not quite right. Do that again. And so we've got that nice and center in between, and then this one needs to be nice and center over there. And then we'll cut it again. This one needs to be nice and centered over here. Oh, no. Like so. And then we'll cut the last one. And that one will be nice and centered like that. Okay, so it's just going to be this, basically. Now, what do we have? We've got things being funneled in. And, okay, so if we go copper, right? So from copper, this gives us the impure copper. And then where do we get then we do the copper electrolysis. So the metal caster gives us 12. So that gives us, and then we need how many of these? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 12. So let's do 8 times 12. Gives us 96. So then if we go back to the copper side of things, copper electrolysis gives us 96. So this one is 24, 48. There's 4 of them, basically. Four of them. I'm kind of wondering whether we can do this one on this side, actually. Yeah, I mean, this could actually work here, right? You need to give a little bit of room there, but then this should be workable. So let's do it nice and center there. 1, 2, 3, 4 for the copper, right? And I could actually move it a little bit down. Well, or not, or we just use that area there for our storage, right? So then we need some big storage units here to actually output these guys. If we did this and that gives us a bit of copper into this area. And what I'll do is I will, for good measure, try and get it to be something like this. Yeah, I think that's. Yeah, I think this is going to be about right, just like that. Okay, so we'll do that. So that gives us our copper setup. And that, how much copper am I doing at the moment? I'm doing like half of that, right? So that's doubling my copper setup, right? That's doubling my copper setup through, yeah, quite a bit here. Right, now the next one is iron. Okay, so let's have a look. So if we go from smelting copper to smelting iron, the next thing we need to do, so now we just purely can get 86 iron. And then if we do the cooled, we then do the oxygen furnace, which will take 24 and make 12 of it. So I'm kind of tempted that we do this guy. Okay, but this guy is a bit more interesting in the sense that it's going to be, yeah. The rather we do something like this, really. No. We need the metal caster, the oxygen. Yeah. Oh, we don't actually need that one. Okay, so if we, yeah. Well, this needs to be the metal caster straight away. We take the molten and we go to metal caster straight away. Okay, so that's it. So we'll clear this one out here. This one is going to be our steel setup. So we'll go with the so instead of that, we'll go with the oxygen furnace, right? So one of them gets one oxygen furnace, right? So now we'll effectively do this. Okay, so we'll give ourselves a little bit more room on this side, and we'll say, right, yeah, let's do that. One, and we'll flip it, and we'll rotate it. We'll do, I think that'll work, right? And then we'll just double up on that one, right? So we'll do that one. We'll do it twice. Perfect. So that is 1 to 1. So that's the next 4 of them. So from the oxygen furnace, we're going to do a lot more cooled casters. So potentially now, what we'll do is let's just move this one over a tad this way, just for the time being. We'll do a cooled caster, which is effectively the same size, to be honest. So we may be able to squeeze it in to be reasonably sized here. Let's just do 1, 2. Oh, actually, we're gonna need to double up on it. So if we do something like this, and that's actually generally speaking, the wrong way around. So if we do that and we flip it over, yeah, well, I think we'll have to run it and then run it back in, right? Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so we'll do go one out. I think that would work, right? So let's do this. Yeah, let's do that one. Okay. Oops, I didn't want to just do that. So I wanted to grab this guy. We want to flip it around and do exactly the opposite coming back, right? Okay, so that gives us our steel production. And then I guess the question mark is, so that's copper, that is steel. And now we've got, that's copper, that's steel, and 2 of iron, basically, potentially. But I guess what we'll do is we'll start it off on this side so we don't necessarily block ourselves out. So we could potentially do multiple versions of this. How much iron plates do we have at the moment? Yeah, so this is a like for like iron comparison. How much iron are we actively using? If I look at this and I say iron plates, or iron, what does our production look like? Lifetime, last 100 years. Really? So iron, total production, ups and downs a little bit, but really only about 48 or so. But our consumption, right? Our consumption can peak quite high, right? So I think we need to have at least double what we've got at the moment. So we need at least 2 full chunks of them. So if we've got copper and we've got steel, and then we've got these guys. So, but presumably what we'll do is we'll cut this again and try and align them the way we had them. And then I think the plan is for us to just move the entire thing up a little bit so that there's a bit more room. Oh, so what I'll just do copy, and we'll copy all of this, and we'll do like so. So now we've got the extra room. I guess what I'm intending is here we'll effectively just leave leave this one open so that we could potentially just expand that if we needed it, right? So we could add extra iron, we could add extra and on this side we could actually add the extra copper if we needed to. Okay, so no trees being done at the moment, so let's go ahead and trim out the rest of those trees there so that we'll actually clear this area out so that we can move on to the next part of the puzzle. So now from this side, we've got the metal caster running. Oh, hang on. We've got this guy coming through. Let's just see. Let's just keep going with the process. So if we go copper, no, copper is fine. So here we go. No, steel. So the next thing we're doing is steel, right? So we've got the oxygen furnace, and then we've got the cool caster, and out of the cool caster, we have what we need here. So I guess couple of slots for it to kind of store a little bit of this stuff. Yeah, it doesn't quite fit the bill the same easy way as that side. And potentially what we do is let's actually cut this entire thing and move it out. I'm kind of tempted to just run it in straight this way with a little bit of room. We'll do something like that. We'll copy it and we'll do something like do that. And let's try this one more time. I'm going to try and line it up like so, right? And then if we wanted to do kind of bridges running across here, so what we could also do is we could do some other items in here. We do need things like the oxygen and the likes. So if I just wanted to put a bit of a vehicle bridge in here for, yeah, we don't quite have room there, right? So I want the vehicle bridge to be at least 3 away. So if we did that, we need to move these things a little bit further. So we'll cut that one out and we'll move it to be about 3 that way as well. So we'll do that one. And similarly, we'll cut this one to be in line over here, but at least 3. There we go. And then we'll cut this guy to be there. No. We want 3. Is that right? Oh, this is okay. Anyway, that's fine. We'll fix the entire thing by just moving it down 1 like so. There we go. So there we go. So that's kind of the initial setup here. Are we filling up these? Ooh, we are. We are filling up all of these things. That's excellent. So that's good. So that gives us that one. On this side, we may run them together and over one this way. So let's grab a copy of that. And what we'll do is we'll do, again, 3 away. 1, 2, 3 away. And we'll potentially clean this up a little bit so that there's room for multiple ones to go through there. So we'll do that. And what we'll do is we'll, again, with 3, we'll do something like that. So there we go. So that gives us a bit of a buffer zone here where we can continue to expand our operation. Now, what else do we need over here? I can't even remember what else we need here. Okay, so we need some buckets, right? So these guys, if we look at this, so if we say that, so we need a bucket of this and a bucket of that. We'll do 2 of them. And we also need coal buckets, multiple coal buckets. But the coal buckets could actually run the entire stretch of the operation. And then we need slag buckets on the other side as well. So let's get ourselves some buckets over here. So we'll do loose storage buckets. So let us put in some buckets here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And for slag, we'll come back and we'll put some slag stuff on this side, right? So if we say we want some slag to go out first, and then also what I'm thinking is for the waste, let's run the waste this way, the super duper smokestack this way. Okay, and we'll do all of that through a pipe on here, just so that we can potentially in the future use it to scrub as well. That's going to kind of be the case. So how much do you actually output here? So 24 or 18. So we're going to need probably a fair bit, actually. Multiple pipes, number 2. Right. So, we're not doing any research. Let's continue with some research. Let's get recycling moving. And conveyor belts number 2. We'll add that to the mix. We need sulfur processing, salt production, copper refinement. We'll add that so we can put some of this into there. We need kind of water recovery as well. Let's leave it with that. Oh, and maybe do the large generator. A large diesel generator? Yeah, less important. Let's close that one out for the time being. I guess that should give us a little bit more to go on. So keep going on those items. Okay, now we wanted to... The pipes can go up the highest. Right, so let's start off with... Where did we want to run this one? I wanted to run something like this. Do that, we'll do that, right? So the intent is we do all of these, have them nice and easy to eat into there, right? One control tower has nowhere to dump nothing, right? So we're all done with our dumping here. Let's quickly expand our dump site. So dumping designation. Let's do that. Keep the dumping going. I don't necessarily want to dump up to the point where I'm actually going to mine. Let's just leave that in there so you can come and dump in from this side. We'll keep that going. We still want to mine that out and see how that all works together. But I guess for the time being, you can continue to dump right over there. These guys ready to go. No trees to harvest. Nice. That's cleared them out quite nicely. We'll leave little slithers. Let's come and clear out over here. So if we said let's kind of harvest all of these trees, please. Because our big next refinery needs to come in here. We'll do that, and then at the same time, what we might do is we might just grab ourselves a couple of these, and we'll just pop them out over there, and we can kind of go ahead and build them with Unity. That should be just fine. Now we're talking. Now we're moving in the right direction. Oh, we've dug out some stuff over there as well. These guys quite comfortably drive over here, even with the higher ground areas. But yeah, there's a fair bit of stuff that needs to happen there. So I guess the plan is, right, that we just copy this setup here, and we continue to kind of expand it like this, right? Let's keep going. Keep adding to it. I mean, we don't have to build all of it, but I guess it depends on whether we're running this way or that way. But I guess we've got some flexibility here. Okay, so we'll leave it there, and what we'll do is we'll just trim off the edge there. Okay, so that's done. Pick up struggling to find designation. Can't reach a path. So we've lost you, right? Yeah, we've lost you. Let's recover. Thank you. Don't know how you ended up there, but anyway, we'll recover you altogether. Okay, so that's the first one. Now the next one is we want to be running. Go up a level. And what we'll do is we'll just kind of run it all together that way. Actually, no. This is the copper one. But what we need to bear in mind, guys, is that if we are going to run it this way, it is going to be problematic, right? Because we can't expand it. Okay. So what I'm thinking is we grab this, we move it, and we put it in here. Like so, right? We demolish this, and we extend this guy over there, and this one will bring, I guess, over the top of it, right? We want it to go over the top. Drop it down, please. You should be able to. What? Why does this guy not want to? Oh, it needs to be further away. Okay, well, didn't realize that. In order for it to run that much, it needs to be. But it was only up by 1. Okay, well, let's move it. Let's move it a little bit further. So let's clear out that section there. Right, and what we'll do is we'll cut this entire thing, and we'll move it a little further. So we'll do some of this, right? And all we do now is we copy these again, and we kind of come on. There we go. That's pretty good. Hopefully now we'll have enough room for everything. I know there's tons of people that do have a much smoother operation or a much tighter, more compact operation, but I guess I am not quite there. We could actually do 2. Well, anyway, we'll have to do a balancer. Anyway, we'll get to it. So what does this actually mean? This is like 12 of slag. So 12 times potentially 12 times 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 times 12. 12 times 24 gives us 288. So that is just a little bit more than our second conveyor. So we'll have to maybe have a look at whether we have all of that. But some of them will be running other things as well. So I guess maybe over time it'll handle itself. Okay, so we've got some scrap materials and the likes in here. Oh, actually, it runs the same one. Okay, hang on. That's I just kind of realized that. So let's go back here, and I need to put an end to this episode. Okay, let's quickly just do this one. So if we were to go up by 1, right? No. I want to go up. Yeah, so up by 1. And we do all the way up to here, and then we drop it down, right? Okay, so that's the one. The next one comes in from here. Go up, please, and we'll just tie it in there. And that should all be fine, right? So now from here down to there. Oops. Tie it in. From here down to there. Tie it in. Why is this? Is it the... What? What's coming in here? Oh, it's the wrong way around. It's the wrong way around. I need to flip it. So let's cut it. It's a little unfortunate, but we will flip it. But we want to try and still line it up the same way, right? So we want to line it up like this. It's going to be fine. But now we're actually going to probably run that one at the front instead. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll cut that guy. No, we want to cut the entire thing. So let's just do this properly. Cut that guy. Actually, we want to flip it as well. We want to do something like this, I think. Oh, that's really not going to be helpful. So let's flip it again and rotate it back. So all we want to do now is actually we want to run it next to it instead. So we'll run it. Oh, hang on. Let's do that. Yep. Shift to ignore the collisions. We'll do that. Oops. Didn't want that one. Okay, so now we're just going to clean it up a little bit because in reality, we're going to have less of these kind of pathways out of here. We'll tie them together, bring them in. Right? I like it. I like the idea of that. Okay. Oh, yeah, I moved it a little bit. Okay, so we'll have to redo that one, and we'll redo this one as well. So this one needs to just tie in there. I need to end the episode. We'll go with R so we can tie it in straight away. No. There we go. That's the one. And you can come straight around and tie it over there. So that's okay. We'll leave that as is. And what we'll do is this one, we'll leave the R. We'll keep it up at that higher level. And this is just effectively going to run up to there, right? And now I do wonder whether we're going to get the coal out here as well. Anyway, doesn't matter. So we leave that. Up, down, up, down, and up and down. Okay, now if we wanted a coal bucket over here as well, let's do that one. I hope that's enough room. Let's quickly do the coal bucket. So if we're saying coal in here also, and now what we're doing is we're going to go up to a second level and no tie-in. Okay, we're going to run you through this way and potentially a little bit further. So we'll leave you up to there. And what we'll try is get you... really? Are we now that... We're gonna completely... Let's just get this back. Okay, there. Up one, down one. Doesn't want to... Transport select position was not found. Go to... Yeah, upper level. Yeah, so you just generally can't get down to the level we want it to be. So we'll have to move the entire thing up again. Right, again, we'll move it up. I guess very limited amounts. So let's go cut it from the start. Go a little bit further than that. Okay, so we'll do that. Right, cut it up to there, and we'll move it a little bit closer. So we'll do something like this. Right, we'll hold shift and we'll remove the collisions. So I guess that should work. I just want to make sure that we've... Yeah, okay, so this is a little bit more intricate. What we'll do is we'll continue that in the next episode, but for now I'm going to put a cut in here. It's been a bit of a long one. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.